Welcome to 100 Trades in Review, episode 10. Today we're looking at a trade by Jude. And before we get into that, let's talk about chart raiders, as we always do.
This message is not sponsored by Chart Raiders, but is my other channel, so it's a free sponsorship, sponsored by myself, for myself, not paid to myself.
Chart raiders is the new software coming out that I've been developing for the past year and a half, and we're about to go into alpha launch. We are ramping up production, and we have a team of 12 people working on it now, and we're about to launch chart raiders, which is going to be a day trading software that's surely going to change the day trading industry. So go check out the other YouTube channel at chart raiders, social media, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. Let's get into the trade. This one, number 10, we're doing on Jude. So let's just sniper right into that.
So I just woke up and I got filled on this trade on the very bottom down here on this hourly origin creation.
Good job.
We had actually discussed about taking a 15-minute reverse that's in here. I'm on the hourly time frame, but there's a 15 reverse in here. And we had discussed this in mentorship, but I decided there literally wasn't much in this trade. And I thought that the hourly was target because we hit the hourly origin on top.
Whoa, good assessment.
So, that's why I just went for this level instead.
Okay, so this is cool. I remember this. We talked about this in mentorship, the 15-minute level, the hourly level. He measured the 6% difference and said it's not worth possibly missing this trade over 6%. And I agree with that. That's great. I don't remember exactly what I said in the mentorship lesson. I remember I had these two levels marked. I don't remember which level I said would be the good one to take. But either way, Jude has made his own decision here and done that. And sounds like he's made the right decision. Well, actually, it doesn't sound like it. It looks like it. The goddamn thing boosted. But I would agree with him. 6% is not worth missing a trade over here, especially if this 584 level doesn't hold. None of it's going to hold. It's just going to blow down and liquidate every position anyway, whether you're on the hourly at 26,601 or whether you're on the hourly, the 15 at 26,584. I don't think it's worth it. So when you have levels that are too close like this, then yeah, I mean, you obviously take the one that makes the more sense, right?
And yeah,
great job,
I have
Jude.
to decide whether I'm going to get out of this trade here, so I'm going to do a bit of TA now. But I know we had this hourly range trend yesterday, and we're sort of underneath that now. So I'm thinking maybe we could come back down to this 4-hour range trend, because we've just created this 4-hour range trend here.
Oh, what is this pineapple colored triangle he has on his screen?
I think I'm going to
I want to know more about that.
Origin all the way at the top here. I think this is a really good target with this 15-minute level up here. You have the hourly level.
Oh, I think that's a bold target. I think that's way too high, but maybe not. But I think that's way too high. I would at first be targeting kind of these localized pieces in here. You've got a combo. You've got a 4-hour level here. You've got polarity right here in the move. I wouldn't be targeting much higher than this origin right here. I might even be pretty bold here and say like use this backside here because it was polarity in the move. So you know it would be very reasonable to go and hit this backside and then just sink the move. See what happens for Jude here. I'll be the judge of Jude, aka Judge Jude E. That's a terrible joke. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe his profits can wipe away my embarrassing jokes.
Bitcoin's had a decent move down here. I'm checking to see if it can hard close this trend, because this is actually going to end up being my trigger on this trade.
Back at his entry?
It can't hard close in this 5-minute candle.
No, okay, so he's still in profits.
Try and get back above this hourly level, which we were holding here, and trying to
Jeez, he's been in this trade for a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours.
We'll see how it plays out.
Whoa, look at that spike up to the hold level again.
I really don't like seeing this sort of stall right at the top there and create that 1 minute there. I know it's only a 1 minute.
I feel like he's going to panic exit. It might be the right play.
You might end up, if you have a pullback here, you've got 2 minutes left on this hourly candle. The hourly will open, and then if you have a pullback, then you only need one more test up here and another pullback, and you will create this hourly origin.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Caused me quite a bit of trouble in this trade. To get back
great assessment.
It's going to cause that level of polarity to sort of try and hold the move down here. So I really don't want to see it.
So what I like about this, what Jude is doing, I'm going to stop here for a second and talk about what Jude is doing. What I really like about this, and I'm really happy to see this, is that he's starting to create the scenarios that could happen in the trade if it does a certain thing. So like he's saying, in 1 minute, we're going to create a new hourly candle. And then what's going to happen is if we touch it again, all of a sudden it's an origin, and he would be right. So he's starting to think ahead of the time frames and ahead of the clock, which is good because he has 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, technically it could be an origin. So in 2 minutes, if this thing hits that level again, creates a hold level, much like the one we have on the screen right in the middle here, go to that right in the middle here, right in the middle of the screen. If it hits this a couple more times, technically you've hit your inverse level, your hold level, it's holding you down. You've technically made an origin on the hourly, and that's happening in 2 1-minute candles. So I like how he's thinking forward at the possibility. So nothing creeps up on him and surprises him. He doesn't look back later and say, I should have saw that, right? He's thinking proactively before the trade is unfolding.
Creating levels up here.
I really like that. I think it's a great play here by him. It's just he didn't execute the exit. That's the problem. He had the right idea, but he didn't execute it. Well, hopefully this trade works out for him. I mean, his TA is great so far. He's just not pulling the trigger on this trade. I think he's got lots of trades in here linear instead of just sitting in this thing forever. But it's okay. I don't think it's necessarily bad. You know, it depends if you're scalp trading or swing trading.
Still in accumulation here, and the hourly close as well. I really like this hourly close actually, because we didn't gain this inverse here.
Hey, Bitfender, can you like mess off, dude?
But we actually created a whole double to gain. This is really nice. However, that 4 hour could be a little bit menacing. This 5 downtrend, that's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, you're just bouncing between the range here. And like at this point, you should be taking these scalps. But it's okay. It's okay to not take them. I just feel like he's been in this trade for a really long time. And I feel like you could have made a lot of trades instead of gut-wrenchingly just sitting here waiting for either the move to boost up or, you know, every time it goes and touches this trend, you're biting your nails and you're like, or if you're like me and you have nail polish, then you're sitting there not biting them, but staring at them wishing you could. I mean, this thing's boosting up pretty good. Like, look, he could have taken this trade on this trend and look at this. It would have been like instant. Right? I like his 27,040 level. I think that's smart. And I think it's smart to exit now that he's got, but it would almost be like an ego shame to exit now because he stayed for so long. You like squeeze out your extra little like $40 here. There it is. Hits target. Oh, boosting.
Okay, so that was a long trade. I've just been filled exit. Bitcoin just had this huge move up.
Let's go, dude.
Field exit on that 15-minute up there. And I've been in this trade for about 14 hours. I've been managing it here today for about 6+ hours. I've been
Let's go, dude.
So I'm quite happy to be finally field exit on this trade. And that's why we need chart raiders, because that was really boring. We need something to make this a little bit more fun, because I was sitting here basically watching paint dry the whole time.
Yes, chart raiders, so dude. Nice shout out, man. Plug non-sponsored. I'll send you the 1,000 on the download, dude. Nice non-sponsored shout out, dude. I'm kidding. Clearly, I'm kidding. No, great trade by Jude. I just think that he needs to recognize when something is rejecting there and pulling back. And it's easy for me to say in hindsight because I'm sitting here with no stress, no trade, nothing going on. I'm not the one actually pulling the trigger and pressing the buttons. But I feel like you could have had a lot of trades in there. But he's right. Chart raiders will make this stuff not boring because we have so many things that are going on that are going to change the way that people trade. I think that's going to be a really cool thing. So great shout out for chart raiders, Jude. But outside of that, I don't mind the trade. I don't mind the trade at all. I don't mind that he stayed in. I think there was opportunities for scalps in there, but again, like easy to say on the outside, right? When you make profits and you lock it up, you lock up your profits and great job. It's just 14-hour day, 1 or 6-hour trading day, 14 hours in a trade to have one trade feels a little long, feels a little tiring, but nevertheless, great trade, Jude. And the only thing I would say is like great job on the ability to see that foresight of the levels closing. I don't really have any critiques on this video. Great profit lockup. Maybe just think about scalping in the future, a couple time frames. Maybe just don't be so shy to pull the trigger. See this with a lot of traders. They're so shy to get out of trades and lock up even 30 or 40%. A lot of my trades, I'm not scared to lock up 30%. And if something moves up 300%, I'm just like, oh, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. I made my 30. I'm good. I'm chilling, dude. I'd rather have the action and the forward ability to like see the pullbacks and stuff like that. So yeah, a difference in trading style, but not necessarily wrong. Anyways, good trade, Jude.